Hey there, Secret Gold Prospectors. Another episode for you today. First of all, I'd really like to thank everyone who reached out to me following the last video. That was really appreciated. It's really nice to know the communities looks out for each other. Autumn is in full effect and we have our first named storm just starting to rage outside. The rivers in Scotland are already well up. As we went out last week, as you saw, and we really couldn't get to any material that was really worth running. So today I'm going to do something a bit different. About a month and a half ago, I saw a post on a Facebook page of someone who was trying to build themselves their own clean-up sluice for dealing with gold in black sands. Reached out to him and we've had some conversations, and with a little bit of input, but mainly with his skill at using 3D printers and sort of an engineering knowledge, we've come up with what essentially is a miniaturized version of what happens in a gold cube. And today we're going to test it. It comes in 3 parts. I'll show you it built in a second. We've got 2 with removable V-matting. That's the lowest grade V-matting, the finest V-matting. We've got a top run, which at the moment has nothing in it. We might put something like Dream Mat or a vortex cell in it of some sort. We'll play around with different setups, and we've got some 3D printed legs which the whole thing sits in. And what we're going to do today is we're going to set it up with hopefully with a bilge pump, and hopefully that will work, and then we're going to run some concentrates. Now the concentrates I'm running today are from what I consider to be Scotland's richest river for gold. I've been saving these concentrates up over maybe 9 or 10 months. I've never looked in them. I know there's a lot of gold in them. I know they're very rich. You can see the gold in the black sands. But just to really give it a test, I've also salted the black sands with a weighed 10 grams of fine gold. And the idea is we're going to have a little see how this works. I'm sure there will be modifications needed, maybe pitch, maybe flow. I haven't got my speed controller for my bilge pump today, so that might be a variable we need to look at. And we're going to see how much gold we recover, see how it works generally, see if the idea works as a whole. I am hoping for at least 20 grams back. Obviously I've put 10 in, I'd like another 10, but it is very rich. We might be seeing an ounce of gold today. So let's have a look, let's get it set up, and we'll have a little show for you. The sluice is doing its job quite nicely. From the spot I'm trying, flake of gold. We'll see you later. Okay, there we have it. Got the 3 Zs going here. What I did discover immediately is my bilge pump isn't long enough. So we're only going to get short little runs at this, because I'm going to have to run it from this washing up bowl down the sluice. I reckon that'll give me about 20 seconds, and that's about it. Which is a shame, but it'll definitely give me a feel for how it works. V-mat is set up into a tub of water. Got a little catch tray weighted down at the end there to catch the black sands. We're going to run this multiple times over the next few days, and I'm also going to put exactly the same concentrates through my spiral wheel to see how the different systems work. Wish me luck. I'm going to do my first run. Oh, let's just have a look at the concentrates actually before we go on. So here we have the concentrates. As you can see, I'm sure it's absolutely loaded with gold. There's loads of gold in there. So hopefully we'll have a decent show. Let's get to it. Let's get running. So here it is running. Just did a little tiny wee teaspoon just to see how it's flowing. The first test wasn't flowing as well. Bilge pump's running a bit better now. I had a gold pan at the end to catch the black sands to see if we lost anything. Done away with that for now. That's not going to work. I need a leg extension on this. We also need a longer bilge hose But I'm just keen to put some gold in it now and just have a look. So I'm just going to take literally 1/3 of a teaspoon and just pop it in and see what happens. And that's working quite nicely already. Interesting. So it's going to run it quite quick, I think. I do think if I ran this a bit slower, looking how it's behaving in that top sluice sort of chute, I reckon you might be able to use this as almost like a miller table. It's got a slight grip to the texture of the plastic. Anyway, I'll run a bit and see what happens. Plenty of gold showing up there. Not really, this isn't a test about finding gold, but it's always nice to see it. I haven't got a speed controller, but I'm just going to see if I can... I think maybe speed controller, and that's going to stick in there, I think. Already seeing gold in this here, lots of gold actually. We have got migration right the way down to the bottom here. There's a few actually quite big flakes. I can see gold in there as well, so there's going to be a little bit of tweaking needed. Obviously all of these black sands will be sucked back up again. This is going to be used, there's actually a picker there. These black sands I can be using the exactly the same test with a spiral wheel. I hope you're getting sort of the gold migrating down. There's some proper pickers in it, you know. As I say, this black sand came from an incredibly rich river. I've never looked in it, it's literally just chuck it in a bucket, pan it down, I know there's gold in it, chuck it in a bucket and bring it home. Some really, really fine gold in here as well, some proper nano specks. It'll be interesting to see what happens to them as well. Oh, that's a nice piece. Oh, can't catch it. It'll be in there somewhere. Still just playing around with where to put the gold, drop it right in the top. Plenty of black sands coming out in the pond, as it were. So that's good. Means we are cleaning gold, not just spreading out black sands and gold. This through here is quite spectacular. Interestingly, the bigger bits of gold seem to be migrating the furthest. That's food for thought. That's what that is. Obviously putting another mat in the top there, that would help with migration and gold loss. Do quite like the idea of using it as a miller table. And obviously maybe a fourth run would help deal with it as well. Obviously the bigger you make it, the more cumbersome it is. Get down to the end of the tub now. The last few knockings in. I'll let it run through for a few seconds. And I'll let you have a look and see what we've got. This top run looks incredible. Hopefully you can see it in the camera, but I'm about to give you a close-up if you can't. probably enough. Right, it comes apart really easily. This, you have to be slightly careful because its structure is its strengths. Pop that over there for a minute. Ah, wow. Okay, I'm just going to bring the camera away. Actually, you can see it from there. I can see on the camera, you can see it. Pretty much every single one of these riffles is full of gold. There's 2 or 3 pickers, maybe 3 or 4. But that's really impressive. Really, really impressive. I don't know what's there. Obviously there's 10 grams there because I put them there. But there's far, far more than 10 grams in there. Have a little dry up later and weigh it up. I think what we'll do is we'll probably weigh up the total gold that was in the concentrates when we've done all these tests. We know there was 10. We're obviously not going to lose any of what remains. But I think it's the main point of this is the testing, not the amount of gold. Obviously this is gold that I hadn't recovered before, a lot of it. But right, let's have a look at the next one, shall we? Be quite delicate now because otherwise it'll fall apart. That down there. So here's what I mean about the bigger stuff catching in the bottom. I can see quite a lot of black sands in here, so we haven't got rid of all of them. Maybe I should let it run for a bit longer, but to my eye the coarser gold looks like it's caught, apart from the old picker in the top, the coarser gold looks like it's caught in the bottom. Some really nice, it's a really nice piece there. I hope it focuses. That's interesting. There is migration all the way down, and I can see gold, well, just sitting, there's gold just sitting on top of the little tub I'm using to balance it. So this thing is going to be a work in progress, but the first results are pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is clean out each shoot one at a time, show you what the results of that are, and then probably clean out the bottom and put it all back together again. Now I've got it all stripped down, you can see there's quite a few fairly coarse pieces of gold in there. Not fairly coarse, very coarse pieces of gold in there. So setup's not quite perfect, it's not quite dialed in. I think the speed control is going to be the big one. Hopefully that arrives tomorrow. I've got to say I'm pleased with that as a first test. Now let's clean out some of these 2 shoots, these 2 riffles, and see what sort of result I've got from that. Right, so here's my clean up pan. Not seeing any more gold in there. Partial success, not total success. There's still way too many black sands to be dealing with in there. Get that sucked up and we'll have a look at the next one. That's a lovely piece of gold right there. That focuses. that's the other one put in there now as well. Still a lot more black sands than I'd like to be dealing with. Definitely changes the tap I'm going to get this sucked up. I'm then going to drain the water out of the tub, see how much gold we lost with a bit, and some big bits as well. So that needs looking at as well. And I'll come back to you next when I'm doing that. Black sands in here still. Nearly all the black sands in there. I'm being reasonably brutal because I'm keeping them all, as you know, for tomorrow's test, but I'd like a rough idea of how much gold did get through the run. Very rough reveal. But what's surprising is how coarse it is. Obviously that's not ideal. We need to fix that because coarse gold shouldn't be getting that far. There's another 2, 3, maybe even 4 grams there that got missed by the sluice. So work to do. I hope you've enjoyed the first part of the what might be a 3-part series. It's definitely going to be a 2-part series. Spiral reel next time. And that really should look quite good. Always nice to see a lot of gold, isn't it? And well, I think I've gained at least 10 grams that I didn't have in the vials before, and I think I've probably gained more than that, and we'll find out at the end. I'm going to call that 3 grams just for the sake of argument, really. And I'll do some sort of rough calculation as to loss on the first time of use. And then we'll try and sort of calculate and measure if we get better. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you like and subscribe. The second one is going to have the 500 subscribers gold giveaway, and it's a big one. We're going to give away a prize about £500 worth to match 500 subscribers. So tune in for that one. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Only people who comment and like and subscribe on the next video are going to be in the draw. So there's an incentive there for you to do it. And I'll see you in a couple of days when I've set the spiral wheel up and done that.